I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.
What's up, everybody? Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, everybody out there.
It's been a while since everybody's been back.
Yes. We've been on a hiatus.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
All right.
Is everybody
I'm
there?
here.
Anybody out there?
I'm here. I'm
Are
here.
you sure you're
I'm
out there?
starting.
I don't know.
Anybody?
I'm starting the watch
Cool.
party
Yeah,
now.
someone owes me $1.
I do. I was starting the watch party so everybody will come on and join us.
All this force.
I'm a little bit late. I think we're all a little bit late today. We're trying to act like this is Monday or something because we're all horribly late.
Yeah.
I think you were the only one on time this morning, right, John?
Nope.
Nope, you weren't even on time.
Nope.
Awesome,
Not
awesome.
on time.
So what are we going to be talking about today, guys?
Well, we have to say a fond farewell to our Google web shaman because he is no longer going to be with us. He had to take a real job in the real world, so.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Eric. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
He's went over to the dark side.
He went over to,
Yeah.
went over to
We
the
miss
dark
it. We'll
side.
miss him, and you know he's a great guy, and he'll be dearly missed on the show.
Yes. Yes.
Yep, he
So-
sure will.
Definitely. So we'll just have to find someone else that can come on and talk about something and be another shaman. So
Yeah.
in the meantime,
it's
we'll
amazing that there's unfortunately not unfortunately, it's everybody and their brother wants to be. They're like, hey, can anybody be one? I'm like,
Nope.
no. I mean, I'm not trying to be a poo-pooer header, but nope, not everybody can be one. It is what it is.
Definitely.
So, but anyway, we're talking about video and why it's important today because I've had several emails this week in the last actually couple of weeks saying, and people are going, why is video so stinking important? And I'm like, have you not watched the shows?
Well,
I don't understand why they don't get why it's so important. So, because, according to Facebook, by 2021, Facebook will have probably purged all their imagery. Now, I'm not saying they get rid of it, but they don't want images anymore. They want video, and they want the moving video, not the static videos where people have thrown some audio over it to turn it into a video. That's not a video. They're looking for honest to God, pure moving pictures.
and that's not saying that they're going to do 100% away that you can't do a photo ad or a boosted post. They're just saying that they're giving more. They're going to give more relevance and more priority, more weight to it. It's going to have more authority to it at the end of the day. So,
exactly.
Which YouTube's already done that. YouTube's really pushed hard with Google to get the authority and the weight change for them in the algorithms as far as whenever you're ranking in Google already. Yeah. So we've seen that for the last 3 years, I think, John?
That's correct.
So video is very, very important because, one, I tell people all the time, right? I hate texting for this reason. The same reason that video works better than a contextual text on a screen is because you can't get my emotion out of it. So if I text something to you, you could be like, man, Rusty's really pissed off at me whenever I'm really not. It's just I'm trying to get a point across real fast and it's coming off in the wrong demeanor.
Yep.
With video, the same thing happens on your website, it happens on YouTube and everywhere else. If I'm not mad but I'm passionate, that passion comes out in that video 10 times more than it will in me trying to tell you in my About Us page 27 scrolls down in what I could say in a 2-minute video, right, or a 3-minute video, which we all know that's a big-ass myth. It's bullshit. There's nothing that says that you have to have a 2-minute video and that's going to rank better than a 3-minute video. It's always about what the content is, right?
Exactly.
Correct.
So I know, John, you preached that for, God, over 5 years you've been telling people that. You know, don't believe, don't drive into that hype.
Nope.
We're at a point now where with video, it's becoming so mainstream and it's so easy to get a hold of. There's no reason for you not to have it and not tell your story that way.
That's correct.
You know, I mean, John, if I wrote you a letter nowadays, right? Mm-hmm. And it's 5 pages long, but if I could have sent you a video and gave you the same thing in a minute, which one are you going to...
I'm going to watch the video.
Exactly. Yeah. Which one's going to have more effect on you? Which one's going to let you know exactly how I felt at that moment? And that's what people have got to stop and think about. That's what video is so important, is because not only is it that we can train somebody, right, but you can understand the importance of certain factors in that training when the voice changes, right? Mm-hmm. It's subconsciously, if I'm telling you, do not push this button because this is going to happen, you're going to hear that in my voice, you're going to see it in my reactions, to where if I put do not touch this button in a training, you know, manual that's writ out, you're not going to get that same feeling, you know what I mean? So that's my 2 cents on why video is so important. It's because of the emotional and the subconscious when you're working with the alligator brain, right? The fight or flight. Right. Everything's about emotions, and people don't understand that. It's not, prices don't drive people. I don't give a shit what anyone ever tells you. I can sell you a $10,000 piece that you could buy for $1,000 if I can get you emotional about it.
That's right.
Right? People don't understand that in business. That's, you know, if you can understand the alligator brain of somebody, and video plays very, very well to that, because emotion is a subconscious thing a lot of times. Right. So you're reading from my eyes, you're reading from my body language in that video. That's why video is so much more important. Mm-hmm. You know, and John, I know you can add 10 layers to this, so.
Not just, it also gives you that sense of having that authority in your field and stuff. And
definitely.
That perception of, you know, this person knows what he's talking about. I mean, that's where John would come in. You know, he's there to make you that authority and put you out there.
That's what we try. Well, I mean, Clara Rose just wrote on here, at least 75% of communication is nonverbal. Video includes so much that you are trying to convey, which is absolutely correct.
And she's 100% correct.
Right. Yeah. So and to me, that's even when you do training videos, it's for some reason, if I could sit down and have to read a manual to train on something, and then to sit there but yet have somebody tell me and watch, it's going to stick.
Exactly.
Because my brain doesn't go, I don't want to watch that.
And now
or read it.
John, you know, I was reading the other day, and I can't remember where the article was, but they were comparing apples to apples different video. And so the highly professional video versus the I shot it on my phone and I used a free editor and it's got a little bit of a glitch to it, it's got a little shake to it. They actually were saying that those videos, because it seems more natural, are actually going to outrank a professional 100%. I went into the studio and I spent thousands and thousands of dollars. If you're on Facebook and you're just a small business, they're going to believe you more with the rawness of the video than the other.
Nope.
So put your 2 cents in on that.
No, people are okay. That's what's gotten us in the mess we're in now, and we're in a mess because for a long time crap was okay. Mm-hmm. That's why YouTube blew up, because everybody could be a YouTube star or a Twitch star or a Instagram star, because it's all the realness. But after a while, people are going to go, okay, they might be real, but ultimately after watching, okay, this is as good as they're ever going to get. You have to, if I'm going to choose somebody based off of their video. I want someone that's taken the time to write their script, shoot it correctly, get it done right, and then put it out there. Other than someone that's putting out slop. And that's what we call, and in my world, in the video world, that's called slop. Period. It doesn't get simpler than that. And that shows that they're not real. They're just being that way.
And I looked at, I went to YouTube actually after reading that article, and I started looking around, and what YouTube considers an influencer, right? The people who get the little gold or the platinum, you know, YouTube bars and the plaques. Yeah. All of them guys, if you think about it, if you look at what they're doing, you can tell they're going to buy exactly what you said. They kind of make it seem like it's raw, but you can tell it's cleanly edited. It was well thought out. It wasn't just I grabbed my phone today and I started video.
But see, that's what people think. People think these people are out there just doing that. That this is not professionally edited. There's a difference between being slop, which is what a lot of people are thinking they're doing now. Like right now, I'm going to say professional video is so important. What you do. What do you want your video to say about your brand? Now, if you and Claire is right. It's if you want shaky slop video and that's your brand, okay, that's awesome. But there's videos out there that I know the ones you're talking about, and these guys are different from the slop videos. All right, they're from the old pure naturals. Their videos are edited to look like they just picked their phone up and did that. They leave a little glitch here and there just for purposes of making it look that way. But those are highly, highly, highly edited videos.
They shot for 3 months to get that. You know, that's why you're not realizing
all of
they're in 4 or 5 locations. Well, those locations are across the world, and it's not. You know, they didn't just do that one day.
No, you got Vanderchucks and you got Casey and all those guys. All those videos, they're shot multiple locations, multiple cameras, and then they've got an editor that sits there and bangs this stuff out. And you know, they may not be doing months and weeks, but they're doing several days of hard production to get that one little 60-second video or whatever it is, so they can put it out there to make it look like they're cool and just laid back and all natural. It's a damn business, and that's just the way it is.
Exactly.
These guys that are making money on Facebook and making money on Instagram and making money on YouTube, those guys are highly produced. They're just edited in a way to make it look like, oh, they just picked a camera when I had a little bit of fun, and this is what we're showing everybody. They even do the crappy starts and the crappy stops, which okay, we can all do that.
So we want to make Adam the next YouTube star. Okay, we want to make him an influencer and get him that gold bar, right?
Right.
So what is Adam going to have to do? We know, but let's spell it out for everybody. If you want to go to that level to where you're going to get that gold bar sent to you, right? What work is Adam going to have to do to get, his videos up to that par, and then to get the users to come in so that he can be at that gold bar level?
Well, the first thing Adam's going to need,
$1?
Someone trying to get in. You guys talk, I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
That's probably one thing. We need to talk.
So, tell me, Adam, so what, you're always silent on this part, but we know you're educated in this. So what is your take? What would it take for you to go to that level? What kind of infrastructure do you have to put in place?
To be able to, like, in video-wise? Or
Video-wise, to be able to...
I would say, definitely have to get... most of the work that I do is, with my hands. So I would have to have either some kind of screen sharing software to be able to record the screen shots that I'm doing. As I'm
That's distracting.
That's distracting.
As we watch him run through these shows.
Okay, I'm back.
John's back, yes! As we just watch him run by.
So you asked the question, and I'm going to jump on that question.
All right, here we go.
So
jump on the grenade for me.
Here you go. I'm going to fall on the grenade. The first thing that Adam's going to need is a whole team of people to do his work behind him, because he won't have time.
Kind of like what we have here at the studio.
Right. He's going to have to, everything that he does right now in his own business, he's not going to be able to do. He's going to have to hire somebody to do all of his work. Because to make him the YouTube star, we're going to eat up every single day for at least 7 to 8 hours of shooting and programming and voiceovers and artwork. And that's just, but that's part of it. See, that's what you don't see, all these Vanderchucks and Caseys and I don't care. Whoever's out there, the big gurus that you're all listening to, those guys, they make it look so simple. Oh, like this morning I saw a post, where it said it was from Vanderchuck, and it was like, or was it? Yeah, I think it was. It was like, they used to say that 80% of success was showing up. No, it's really 99 cents. Now, you're an idiot. You have to show up every single day, and you have to complete what you're doing every day. You can show up 100% of the time and be a failure.
Exactly.
That's some of the crap that they come out with just blows my stinking mind. That people they feed me. It's like they're little birdies looking for people to puke in their mouth to give them something they can go out and repeat on the internet to become. Oh, I'm so deep. Wrong. Doesn't work that way. You got to show up 100% of the time, and you got to work 100% of the time, right? So for you to become a YouTube star, Twitch star, Instagram star, and if we're gonna take Adam and make him this big monster computer guy. I mean, just huge, right? First thing he's got to do is he'll never work on another computer again in his lifetime. He just won't.
Right.
We're just going to, both of your microphones are down. You need to put them up to the side of your jaw, please. So we're going to take him out of the working, there you go. We're going to take you out of the working side of it, and then we're going to put you into the promotional side. We're going to put you into the marketing side. You are going to become the face of your company. You're going to go everywhere, and you're going to talk. You're going to become the new guy that every chamber of commerce, every Rotary Club, every civic personality, a civic group out there, all these network groups, they're going to be begging you to come and speak because that's how you build your greatness on the internet. You got to go speak in public, and then we're gonna record all that, and then we're gonna cut chips out of it. We're gonna little 1 minute nuggets and one little 30-second nuggets. We're gonna start posting that everywhere, brother. You'll never touch another computer in your lifetime, and that's just the honest truth. I know you're crying, aren't you?
I feel it inside.
Here, but that's how you build. That's how you build that online presence.
Right.
You get these guys. I'm sitting here watching them. I know some of these people that are putting up all these videos, and I'm talking about here in the Tampa Bay area. Man, they seem like they are just shakers and movers. And then when that camera turns off, they're going and eating ramen noodles for the next 2 weeks because they're not what they said they were.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And we have people who are on that level of influencers that we work with, and I know their lifestyle, and they live and breathe it 24/7. You know, when I go in and shoot for one guy, because I shoot at his home studio, and literally I use his cameras, his equipment, and everything, and I just go in and shoot for him, and it'll be 10 hours a day that we shoot, and then he's up all night getting everything ready for that shoot. It's pre-laid out. He'll do 3 months, and we'll go in and shoot for 2 weeks, right? But for 3 months before, he's planned out. He knows everything that's going to happen in those videos, the way it's going to look, and everything's already storyboarded for him. But that's why he's at that level of influencer, is because all that work went into it. And it's not just him.
He's not getting that work. He has a team getting that work ready.
Yes. That's just
but
way
he's
too
there
difficult
doing
to
it.
get all that planned out. Get what you want to talk about. Get a plan in place. Make sure you follow the script, and make sure you come out the end.
So Miss Clara Rose, the lady that the young lady that was she came in on the chat, right? Mm-hmm. So she is I'm not, and I hope she's okay with me sharing this because it's nothing embarrassing or anything like that. But it's just I want to show you how it works. So she is Rosedale Communications, and what she does is she helps you write your book, and she helps you craft your message. So if you don't know your message, she's the kind of person that you need to be with. But once you're in that message, so she came in, they had she had a nasty split, and I don't think she thinks it's nasty. Me personally, I think she was done wrong. That's just my personal opinion because I love Clara. And so she had to redo the whole 9 yards. So now she has gone in there, and she came in here, and let me tell you something. You talking about being prepared? There's a woman that was prepared. She came in, we pulled the teleprompter out, and I hate the word teleprompter. Anybody knows me, that just is the most nastiest word in the whole wide world. But for her, we pulled that teleprompter out. And man, she knew her stuff. She was prepared. But we shot for several hours to get it. And then once we got it, we put it together. And here's the thing about what we do, and this is a little plug for Tampa Bay Multimedia, WeBeam TV, is we shot it in the way that we knew it was going to go. So we had the editing software. We didn't just put a camera up there and go, there you go, right? We put it up there. We had it planned. We came our system. We digested. We did everything in-house. So her edits it's just a front and a back, a couple little words. We're done. We're done. So if you're that prepared, it's just like that guy that, the client that Rusty was talking about is, that guy for 2 days was ready for his 10-hour shoot because he knew that in one day, if he got all his product done, that gave him ammunition for a month.
Yes.
And that's the way you should do it. It's great to have, me, being a producer and being a creator, I love it when people just comes in onesie twosies. I love that money. That's great money. But if you do it the way Rusty's guy does, come in and do 1 day of full production, now you do it one time and you don't have to do it for another 24 days.
And it's more cost effective at the end of the day.
Way more cost effective.
Yeah.
So I just went in here and I wanted to, and Clara Rose just said, you guys made it so easy for me. She must love you.
Yeah.
But no, I was just reading here and I wanted to share this with you. So a micro influencer has 2,000 followers.
Right.
And the average influencer that gets paid a decent paycheck to where they don't need any other outside income has over 100,000 followers.
Yep.
And you can't, like on YouTube, and what I'm reading here, and you can verify this because I know you know the numbers, you can't even get paid on YouTube until you have 10,000 followers.
Correct.
As an influencer.
Correct.
So
now, but here's the thing. Okay, let's talk about the influencer word because that's a good word, but it's also a word
very misleading.
It's been thrown around. I can be an influencer with 25,000 people. I can be an influencer with 2,500 people. I can be an influencer with 1,000 people if those 1,000 people are people that are using my services and they've got the money to use my services. Just because you carry 100,000 people doesn't mean people may be watching you, but if they're not using you,
Right.
I'll take quality over quantity any day. Now, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram is totally the opposite. They're quantity over quality all day long. Mm-hmm. Because they just want eyeballs. I don't care about that. That's why, in the last 2 years, because we started doing a lot of the Comic-Cons and a lot of the home shows and stuff like that. Matter of fact, we're going to, it's just me and Rob now, going to Fort Myers this weekend to do a home show. We're the only people walking in there that are not wanting to sell anything. We're just there to let everybody know WeBeam TV exists, right? We're out there we're becoming influencers. WeBeamTV.com is trying to become an influence company. I don't want to be an influencer myself. I want my channel to be an influencer because my channel is loaded with people that know what the hell they're talking about. We don't just do stupid shows. We have some crazy shows. We had Comic Book 101. We had Nerd Talk and blah, blah, blah. And we have Twisted Views. But we also have informational shows like this where people come on, they know what they're talking about. So being an influencer is I don't like that word because I can put a homeless guy spinning a sign out there on 19 and make him an influencer. I can't.
He's actually seeing more. He's actually getting more.
He's getting more eyeballs than anybody. Period. So, for me, an influencer is someone that can talk to me and make me go, "Oh, you know what? I didn't think of it that way." That's an influencer.
Right.
An influencer makes you want to call him and go, "Man, I want to be like this guy." Yeah, the guy may not have 1 million followers, but you know what? I'll go look at his 2,000 followers. I know those 2,000 followers are the influencers that everybody else is begging for because they're getting information from this guy because they need real information. Most of these guys that we call influencers, right? They're stealing stuff from the days of past. Like it's amazing how many of these influencers are regurgitating Zig Ziglar.
Well, I mean, he's the forefather of it.
I know.
Everybody's got to read over the top at least once in their life.
Yeah, and they're making money off. And if I hear one more sad sack get up there and go, man, I had cancer and I'm a survivor now, and because I had cancer and I'm a survivor now, man, I'm an influencer. You should listen to what I'm talking about, and they're as dumb as a post.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the boohoo stories. Oh man, I got this. This happened to me, and now now I'm changing my life, and because I changed my life, I want to change everybody else's life. And if you go look in their life is crap, except for when they're on that stage or when they're in front of that camera going, oh man, you should do this and you should do this, and all they're doing is regurgitating all these other guys that are regurgitating. I always go back to every time I hear Vanderchuck and every time I hear Tony Robbins and all this, all they're doing is just they're taking what Zig Ziglar did and just changing the words. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
just
it, man.
freshening it up. Well, like I'm on the total opposite of that because I would love to sit down and bring in successful people, and I want to hear their true story. I want to hear what BS you went through to get there. How many times did you fail, and why did you fail at that?
Yeah.
Everybody talks about the success, right? But we never talk about the actual four-letter dirty word that that you have to do to get there to success, and that's the work of it. Right. The sleepless nights, I was listening to a guy the other night, and he was probably the most truthful I've heard, but he's like, look, I screwed up, and I failed at this, and I ended up living in my car. You know what? It was my fault, but this is the reason why I did that, and this is why you shouldn't make this mistake.
Exactly.
And then, whenever I finally was able to pull myself out of that by working 2 40-hour, a week jobs and doing this, and this, I was able to build back into a business that now is over $20 million.
Put the humanity behind what you're doing.
Yeah, because everybody's like, I went from living in my car to making $20 million, but didn't talk about the sacrifices or the real shit, excuse my language, but the shit that had to happen to get there.
But if that car was a Mercedes, I'm not going to listen to you.
Exactly.
Because it's like who was the young lady that was just named the most self-made billionaire? Kylie Jenner, right? Okay. No. She's not self-made by no means. She runs off her family's influences and all the people that her family dealt with, and all these, her makeup line. She may have done a makeup line, but all those makeup lines bent over backwards because she came from that whole twisted mess of a family.
Right. But she didn't have to go borrow money. She had her real father's money, didn't she? And her sister had already been self-made before she came along.
Yeah, she had a little money and stuff like that. But again, she played the name, man.
Yeah.
She's not self-made.
Right.
She didn't come from the gutters with nothing or lived in a... And I don't, in the homeless thing, dude, I was homeless for 9 months of my whole entire life. And you know what? Lived under a bridge. I was. Because I made dumbass decisions, and I would rather do drugs and I'd rather drink. I did all that. But I'm not sitting here going, hey, now I'm an influencer because I did that and I've got a semi-successful company. I'm not making millions of dollars, but I'm doing something. I've started something that nobody else was doing except for YouTube, Hulu. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not, again, just people drive me insane when they're like, oh, now they get up there and they write books and all that kind of crap. You want to write a book? Give me a double amputee that's gotten out there and running a marathon because he's got fake legs, and and the trauma that that right there. That's an influencer to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or a little kid that's going through cancer, and next thing you know, they're okay and better, stuff like that, and they're out there trying to help other kids. That's an influencer to me. People that want to make me live better and be better, not someone that's made some money and happen to look into shit.
You know what's funny about a lot of those books and stuff, like how to build your brand or something, like some of these books that these guys try to sell, they don't tell the whole story.
Nope, they don't.
No, they don't.
They are so vague in the information that they're selling or giving. And it's very disheartening because it's all the same kind of.
If I tell you that there's work involved, you're not going to want to do it.
Right.
But if I tell you the fluffy bunny and that you're going to get to hear, you're going to go about. That's like MLMs, right? Multi-level marketing networks. There's a reason why they do conventions every 3 months. It's the roller coaster effect of your emotions. And so
they keep you on that high.
They don't come in and sit down with you and say, hey, Adam, you know what? I got this great product here. You know what I mean? And you're going to go sell this, but you're going to work 90 hours a week and not see your family for the next 5 years to get to $1 million a month.
Oh, that's right.
Because if they came into here, you're going to do this and say, you have a nice day because you're crazy, right? Because it's not a dream that everybody wants to have. Everybody wants that dream of, well, I signed up for $499 and magically 3 months later I'm making $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear the truth about these guys that make it in these industries, right? And what we call influencers, the guys who are the great of motivational speaking or the greats of multi-level marketing and everything. Those guys didn't get there by not doing that 4-letter word of work. And they sacrifice the time with their families. Most of them are divorced and they're remarried to some hot chick because the wife that stood by them through all that finally got pissed about year 4 of not seeing them and not having them sleeping, not having them eating, not spending no time with their original kids. They sacrifice everything to get there, right? So you don't hear that story because Adam's not going to buy in on that story.
Yeah, that's not a nice story anymore.
Exactly.
What's the matter, Adam? You wouldn't believe that?
Huh?
Is that what it is?
No,
I mean, okay, Adam, AMS, right? Your store, your company, AMS Computers. If you were trying to franchise it to me, are you going to come in and sit down with me and say, hey, Rusty, I worked 95 hours last week, and I didn't go home until 2 a.m. on Thursday because I had 10 extra orders come in, and if I didn't get them out, the customer wasn't going to pay me. I'm not going to buy your franchise because I'm thinking,
that's a lot.
Damn, that's a lot of hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Claire Rose said the same thing. Overnight success can take years.
Exactly, and that's what
years.
Nobody wants to talk about that 4-letter word, and that's why society is where it is right now. I'm about to get on my rant and my soapbox here because it drives me crazy now.
We've gotten off topic here.
Yes.
So. So the bottom line is, if you want to become an overnight sensation and you want to become a YouTube star and you want to come to that, you need some professionally done video. And you need some professionally done marketing because I'll tell you what, you can have the greatest video in the world, but if it's not marketed correctly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you don't have it in the right channels
if you just want to watch your own video all day long, I mean,
that's what I do. You know, I just go watch this show over and over again and go, wow, I'm a pretty handsome dude. This is Someone told me my beard is almost as long as my...
Let's get there. Please speak into the beard.
You notice how me and he always puts out here together because we're the bigger guys.
Yes.
And he's all back there because
he's got all the room.
Well, makes him look skinnier. I'll tell you what. Anybody wants to come on board with WeBeam TV and work yourself into the job, I got a place for you because me and Rob are tired. I mean, okay. So we worked a home show last weekend. Was it last weekend? No, the weekend before.
No, the weekend before.
And then this past weekend we did Chasco because we were working with the Pepin crew because they were, the Pepin, academies.
Yes.
Now this weekend we have Fort Myers.
Fort Myers.
Next weekend I have an infomercial shoot, and the other side of the business is over at Fusion Con, and then the week after that I think I actually get to take a break. So
lies.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
What it was Eric was always saying. I only work half days. I just pick which 12 I want to work. And some of that's not 12 that's more like 18 or 19. So
back to our main subject here. I just found this too. So a micro influencer of about 2,000 people, going up to 100,000 on average per Instagram post that they post out is between $137 and $258 is what they're paid for that to post out for a company or whatever that. Once someone reaches over 100,000 followers, their rates start increasing to around the $400 per post mark. So that's how they're
and that's where my rant was starting to go a while ago. Is last couple of years because of doing the Comic Cons. Before that, I could care less about social media. All I wanted was to drive people to WeBeamTV.com. That's all I wanted. Nothing much. I didn't care about Facebook. I didn't care about Twitter. I didn't care about LinkedIn. I didn't care. Now I'm on them. We're always on them, and we'll stream to them. But again, not my. I didn't care. Now, because all these cons and all these shows like that, they're all like, "Oh, what's your Instagram and what's your Facebook?" And I'm like, I have to go. I think Twitter is like 10,000, maybe 15,000 now, something like that. I think combined Facebook with WeBeam and each one of the shows and the whole 9 yards, we're probably 55, 65,000. That's not. I mean, it's not a lot, but combined. And because we allow each one of our shows to have their own Facebook page, which eventually we're going to stop, and everybody's going to run under the WeBeam TV. Now, if they want the video to upload to their channel, they're more than welcome to. But we're going to start streaming to strictly WeBeam TV because it's I'm working too hard, and people aren't paying monster money. And I just can't do it. So I'm just going to say, you bring the thumb drive I give you. You want to put it up on Facebook, you put it up on Facebook. I don't have time to do that. So, but anyway, yeah, it's influencers. It's a weird thing, man. But yeah, if we're going to make Adam a superstar, Adam doesn't have to worry about working on computers anymore because he won't have time.
Yep. And don't worry about eating or paying your bills until we get you there.
Yeah, you don't need that, dude. You don't need that. Yeah, you know that check you were getting because you were doing some of the work. Yeah, it's an instant diet program.
Yep. You're gonna work 12 hours a day to become an influencer, and then work 12 hours a day to just survive.
Yeah.
So.
and then that one mishap destroys your whole legacy.
Yeah.
You can start driving for Lyft or Uber. It is what it is. Hey, Mr. Reagan Weiss is on this morning. How about that? There's an influencer for you. So, but yeah, it's amazing the sacrifices. It's amazing the sacrifices that these people make. Like I was watching a Twitter war earlier. I think it was yesterday, where a Twitch girl had been called out. Now, she's a cosplay and a gamer, right? But this other gamer person came on and just railed on her because she's not real. She doesn't play the game. She doesn't really understand the games. All she's there is to show her boobs and her butt. But yet she wants to preach to all the women about the hashtag Me Too movement. And so you have a gamer, a true gamer, right? Influencer, if you want to call them that way. And you get a cosplay gamer chick who is smoking hot, and they're going at each other. Now, in my personal opinion, they're both wrong. I don't really care. But, the gamer has a point that you can't sit there and show your boobs and your butt and yet and send everybody to your private Patreon account. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, who you rooting for here?
And so for all of us that don't know what a Patreon account is, because we don't go to that site, what is it? What is that?
Well, that's where you can go on and you can pay to be a monthly subscription to look at girls' boobs and guys' boohoos and bahoobies. So, but and then the whole world of video. I see Reagan.
Yeah, I was reading that real quick. I've been in touch with a woman with 61,000 followers, and her reach is insane. These influencers are changing the game.
Yeah, but the thing of it is, are they changing the game? Again, are they true influence? See, again, we all have these fantastic lives on social media. If I went and looked at all, I guarantee you, if you went and used, and I would say if you took half of all these online influencers that are so great online, and then when that camera's off and you go look in there, I guarantee you they're in such a big mess that it's just, you're like, wow, I've been listening to you and your own shit's not together. Seriously. I mean, come on, seriously.
I wonder how much they paid on Fiverr for all those followers.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, in the beginning, it's kind of funny. All these influencers that are like carrying thousands and millions, stuff like that, I would put money on, in the beginning, they went to Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it's a social game. Everybody, and the way you get followed is you have to have a lot of followers.
Right.
So what you do is back in the day, you'd go buy your followers. So you were super popular, and then once people started following you, you would slowly get rid of the fake ones because you know who they are, right? You start getting rid of all the crap. So now you have real followers that have followed the fake followers, and now they're following someone that's a fake followee or whatever it is. It's just, I've met so many of these people that are on Twitter and that are on Twitch, and man, you look at them like I met one. Okay, there's one, and I will not say the name, but I met them in line over at Holiday Mansouri, which is it's the Christmas version of Metrocon type of thing, right? It's all anime. And I'm sitting in line, and I'm like, man, the voice sounds familiar. And then they turn around, and they had the Twitch shirt on, and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, I'm starting to listen in on what they're talking about. And, dude, their whole life is turmoil. But you go watch them on Twitch, they're great, man. They're living large in the whole 9 yards. This cat was staying in a room in this hotel with 9 other people because they couldn't afford to be there. But yet they were on. But on Twitch, man, they're fat and rolling, and they're just awesome. And they've got their little check mark, or they got their bars, or whatever. It don't mean shit.
Well,
I'm just saying.
To me, okay, so live, right? So we're gonna switch it up just a little bit here,
please.
But
because I'm getting on rants. Not good.
Okay. Most of these influencers that we're talking about that are on YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that are never really live. And there's a reason for it, because those numbers are people who have said, hey, I'm subscribing to your channel, but I don't want to listen to your shit every single day.
That's right.
But now, like the other night, I sit there, I have a few people that I follow whenever they go live, and I do it for analytical reasons. I'm looking at what they're doing to get their numbers.
Yeah.
And you have people, this was funny the other night. I was watching, these 2 women were selling the identical same product lines.
Right.
One of them, for 4 hours straight, I'm not BSing you at all, 4 hours straight, her numbers went from 1,200 viewers to 700 viewers at all times. Never dropped below 700 viewers. The other girl had 15 viewers.
Yep.
At most that I saw her in that 4 hour stretch. Or she wasn't even on for 4 hours. She was on for an hour. So this girl captivated and was selling. In 15 minutes, I watched her sell $3,000 worth of her. Because I sat there and I wrote it out. In like 15 minutes, $3,000 of product. And she was entertaining, she was engaging, and this is a live. And I'm talking to one camera off of her computer, sitting there showing stuff,
Was that the
doing
paparazzi
stuff. Oh my God! It was, yeah, the paparazzi stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's like $5, and I watched another guy doing the same thing, and it's crazy.
The King of Kingdoms. He's a really cool guy. I've actually talked to him once or twice now, and he sells products too, a totally different line of products. And he does it, and he'll hold between 400 and 800 people. He doesn't have the power of his wife, and that's understandable. I mean, she's got the boob job. She's all make-upped up, but her charisma sells. To me, someone that can sit there and do 15 minutes, make $3,000 in sales, and hold for 4 hours of straight video, and have a 700 following, and at the minimum that I've seen her have, that is an influencer. That's the person that I want to learn from. How did you do that? How did you get there? Then the guy that has 100,000 people that may have clicked on one video of his.
Right.
See, that's more authentic to me. The live video, I think, is going to separate and really show us who that real person is. And I see it with motivational speakers, too. When they go live, there's ones that can hold 200-300 people, and then there's ones that have humongous names, and on their lives, they'll have 15 or 20 people.
Right.
Right.
And that tells me, realistically, the voice or the content that you're giving is not relatable enough, or they've heard too many times that they're not willing to stop what they're doing right this second to listen to you.
All right, so this is what Reagan says. You can teach people to make a video, but you can't teach charisma.
Yes, that is so true.
Yep.
And I have no charisma, so
Me neither.
You know, I'm just lucky that
I'm
a
just a
fat
guy that
people
rants a
laugh at.
lot, and it's just part of what I do, though. You know, I've actually. So there, everybody either knows me as Boss Tack or they know me as Tampa Roshi. You know, and that's Tampa Roshi gets on a roll all the time.
And what does that name stand for? Come
Okay,
on,
so
tell
Roshi,
us.
so Master Roshi is in the world of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
He's the
Okay.
he's the old perverted guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Let's just
The white beard, the white jeez.
Yep.
My son always watched Dragon Ball Z. I was
You know,
always
he has
watching
the
with him.
roundy sunglasses. The whole,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a post on my Instagram that where I actually have my Instagram, my side one is Tampa Roshi. Because when I put everything on, I look just like the old dude. He loves
You're gonna have to
boobs.
put that on the screen. Go find it.
Let
Put
me
it
go.
on the screen.
All right, I think I have time to go. Let me get you guys up here while I can go search.
So John, since I can still
Yep,
hear
that's
you-
right. Yeah.
Yep. That's oh my God. You
That's
gotta show that.
hilarious. There it is.
So with the live video, right? Like what we're doing right now,
Right.
John. It is so much harder to do, and I mean, like even with us, like today's kind of unscripted, right? Because we all live and work in different lives and stuff like that. And usually the night before we're talking, we're trying to figure out what we're going to talk about today. Like today, we got way off. You know, we got
Well, it's
way
your
off the
fault.
schedule.
Okay,
It's my
so
fault.
here's Tampa Roshi. That's little Roshi right there, and that's me.
You look exactly like him.
It's well, you know,
You should ask for some money on that one for them taking your likeness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's when I'm running all these young cats inside the studio, right? And we're going to all these cons, and they're all like, well, I can do this and I can do this, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do all this because I don't know what I really do. And they're like, oh, yeah, yours is easy. So when my beard was shorter, I was Walter White when he shaved his head. From Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Reagan just said you look like your microphone.
I know, it's really, but then one of the kid goes, no, dude, you're Master Roshi, and every con I go to, and they're like, oh my God, Master Roshi's interviewing people. So now when I go to cons, I'm trying to get a shirt like him that has We Beam TV on the back, but yet it's still and I wear the glasses and the whole 9 yards. The only problem is I can't see without my glasses on. So when I'm interviewing people with the other glasses on, I have no idea
It
what
is
they look
time
like.
to
Doesn't
get a
Regan
prescription.
have a hookup with shirts like that? Like, couldn't he hook you up maybe? Hint,
Who?
hint, wink, wink.
Who?
Regan. I remember he used to, make some badass shirts back in the day.
Who's that?
Regan.
Reagan?
Yeah, Regan Smith.
Reagan
Wise. I
Yeah.
don't know why I say Smith.
Yeah, I have a connection. I'm good. I'm not worried about that. I just gotta have time to do it. That's my problem. I don't have a lot of time. It's like this morning. I thought I could have. This is what happens when you're blind. I could have swore I put a We Beam TV shirt on. Nope, I put a Loot Crate shirt on. I'm like, I got to work going. I look down. I'm like, that's not the shirt I wanted. What the hell's wrong with me? So yeah, make sure when you get dressed, when you get dressed, you dress with your glasses on. Dress.
Did you go on vacation, or was I on vacation?
No, I need one. Let me tell you something, brother. I need a vacation. So, but anyway,
Definitely.
yeah. But I mean, it's and Reagan's right. Unscripted's typically better when it comes to the live shows, and doing your live streams. But hey, it is what it is. I think at this point we're running 26 shows now, and only 5 of them are not live.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of them need to be live, and I think they would gain more traction. Like right now, you can become a nerdite. Did I show you guys the cards?
No.
I know you sent me the
Look here,
picture
it
of it.
says-
You got them back already?
I'm a nerdite,
There you go.
and it says I watch in the nerdosphere. So we now you can actually subscribe because I'm actually working with some local vendors about now. Okay, so
So you're going to do the Nerdite box.
Yep. Well,
Awesome.
but that's down the road. But yes, we're doing the Nerdite box. We actually have several, we have a downtown in Newport Richey. We have Ottaway's ice cream shop. You go in there, show your Nerdite card, you get a free slushie. If you go to Waypoint 6, you get 10% off. Let me see if I can grab it real quick.
You're going to put that on the Nerdite website, right?
It's already there, bro.
It's already there?
It's already there, yep.
AMS Computers will give you a percentage off for being a Nerdite.
Well, I guess that's up to them. Like, if you go online and order REO Relief, you got to put the promo code #Nerdite. You get 10% off. If you want to get on the Ultra Cell, that's #Nerdite. If you go to Autoways, you get a free slushie with your card. If you go to Johnny Brusco's over in Trinity, you get free knots. Waypoint 6 just gave me theirs. I got to put it up. Loot Crate just got back to us, and they gave us a whole bunch of discounts. So, and that'll all be on the Nerdite site. But it's a membership. It's $5.99 to buy the $5.99. If you do $5.99 or $6, you get the Nerdite card. You become a Nerdite. You get the monthly newsletter. Yay! Level 2 is you get a card, the newsletter, and we have specials plus a T-shirt and a cool clock, because we actually have a guy that makes clocks that either look like the Death Star or a Trooper helmet or actually the Millennium Falcon, and obviously you can get a T-shirt as well. So
where's the clock at? Because I know it used to be
it's over on the wall to your right.
Okay.
No, to your left.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're hanging up there. Yeah, they're kind of cool. So anyway, that's enough about me. I'm trying to become an influencer. Grr, 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 grr. You know, so not really. You don't want me to.
Clara Rose says she wants to be a nerd.
Clara Rose is, whether she likes it or not, she's a nerd. She's a nerd already. She's just got to get her nerd glasses and her nerd card, because she is a nerd, and she's a smart nerd too. Let me tell you right now. Yeah. That woman, I tell you what, I was in a class with her. We had a networking group here, and she'd come in and she'd say stuff. I'm like, crap, got to write that down. That's really good. Oh my God, that's really, really good. So, but yeah. But anyway,
we should probably have her on one day for a
that's a good idea.
To do, as a guest speaker.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what.
What do you think, Claire? You want to come in and sit with us and make fun of us?
Oh, see now here you go. Now Reagan wants a clock. Become a Nerdite. That's all you gotta do. I think it's like $59. It's $59, and you get a clock, a shirt, and the card, and some other stuff. So.
And they're pretty cool.
They're cool.
Can I grab one off the wall real quick?
Sure.
Okay, which one you want me to grab?
It don't matter.
All right. Here, I'm just going to grab one.
But, yeah, but
how did you do that? I thought we were glued to these things.
Well, you are. Only you are, Adam. You're the one that we glued down. Sorry, buddy.
Yes. Okay, so these are actually pretty cool. These are laser engraved, aren't they?
Yes, they.
Which camera you want me
I'm
at?
going to go to yours.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's a clock.
So they're really, really cool. They got a nice hanger on the back of them.
Yep.
All you need is a sword now.
I know. Yes.
Ching.
There you go.
Awesome. But it's
All
good.
Right.
And we have a guy that's making them, but we just found out how to make them, so we might start making them in house. We may go with a Glowforge. So
nice.
Don't know yet. Mama Tech's making that decision, not me. Because Mama Tech's the financing person of the company.
That keeps you out of trouble.
I don't. Yeah, well, I still spend money when I'm not supposed to, and I get in trouble for it. But for the most part, I have really backed off on that. So, but hey, look, Clara Rose said yes, sign me up. So I'm like, okay, Clara Rose, you got to call me, because we do these on Mondays, and then we do these on Thursdays. Monday mornings we're at 9 a.m. and on Thursdays we're 11. So,
yes,
this is what Reagan said. That's badass. They are badass. It's kind of cool. I found, what? We found him. We found the guy that makes them, and he was at the flea market, but he quit because he doesn't want to do the flea market anymore. Which is, I don't blame him, And I want one. I do. That's what Clara says. But yeah, so to be an influencer, to be a big time influencer, we're going to go back to that. Is basically, Adam, yeah, you're never going to touch a computer again, brother. Mm-hmm. Like Reagan, if Reagan, I'm going to tell you, Reagan Weiss locally, he became an influencer around in this area and probably around, but I know for this area for sure, and it was all through social media. But I guarantee you, if you ask him though, if as much work as he had to put into that, it made it hard to do his real job.
Yes,
and it sucks because we want to become influencers, we want to become people that young, but it's so much work doing it does get in your way of your real job, and that's why these guys that are big monster influencers online, they don't work.
Well, also you got to think he was at every. I mean, I remember you didn't go any of the networking
He was in
around
networking.
town. He was at every single
event
one
there
of
was
them.
going on in town. He was there somehow, some way. I think the poor guy drug his family everywhere he went, and whether they liked it or not, they were going to go, because I remember he was at the opening of like our Beef O'Brady's that came downtown, at Chasco Fiesta. He's always at the bike thing. He was always at. I mean, the dude was freaking everywhere.
I think he has a clone, honestly.
I do too.
A brother that he does, and no twin brother that no one knows.
No
about.
one knows about it. He goes. Okay, you either go out or you have to deal with the wife. Guy goes, I'm going out.
Yes. What was that movie? There was a movie about that. The guy that was the musician or the magician.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, I can't remember.
Oh, the one
Kristen Bell played it.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah. At the end, you finally realize like the brother cut his finger off to match the other one and all that, like just so that they can keep up the
Let me tell you right now.
It's crazy. But that's what he's doing.
Well, this show has gone really, really super fast today.
Yes. Where are
We've
we
got about
at?
2 minutes left.
2 minutes? Wow.
Jeez.
But it's been a good show because we really got off. We got off because we didn't do a lot of tech today, other than the fact that we didn't even talk about the new microphone you got. We'll do that. We'll do that.
We'll
next.
do that one next one.
Yeah, we got to because that's.
If we have time, because we're gonna have Claire here for the next one, right?
Yeah,
for
I'm
next
hoping
Thursday.
maybe she'll give me a call later this afternoon. Actually, no, don't do it because I'm in the process of we're getting our rigs put together for the home show down in Fort Myers this weekend. So today is we leave in the morning around 7 a.m. to get down there in time. So.
So anything exciting coming up this week in the tech world? Again, so we kind of took.
Yeah,
off
Adam,
that
anything
time.
good coming up?
I don't know. I was away from tech. I was away from the internet. I was away from everything.
He was away from everything.
I was
How
away
was
from
that?
the world.
How was that unplugging?
Believe it or not, that is the best way to unplug because nobody wants to pay those fees on the ships for internet. So
or roaming.
So
oh my God,
you're so nervous about roaming. You're like, forget it.
All right,
Just
well,
turn
we
it
got
off.
15 seconds, and we're going to say goodbye. We'll see everybody next. If anybody's got any questions, text Shamans at WeBeamTV.com. We will see everybody on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
good weekend.
We got the plans cause we are the tech shamans. We understand cause we are the tech shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the tech shamans. Cool.